Laurie from Madison Avenue Bookkeeping, and in this video I'm going to show you how to post transactions from the bank transaction feed window in your QuickBooks Online. I'm also going to teach you how to create auto add rules. All right, let's get started. So now we are at the bank rule piece of step 4. I believe this is step 4. So we have created our income codes, we have created our expense codes, we have created customer names and vendor names. One thing I would recommend is, let me just show you if you duplicate this. I just right-clicked at the top of the tab and click duplicate. I would print out your category list in the chart of accounts. So go here, because I bookmarked it. What you can do is you can print this list out. This will help you understand which categories you're mostly going to be in the income and expenses. See, it says income P&L, and then it'll say expenses P&L. So I would have that, because that way you're not accidentally picking the wrong code or making codes because you don't think it's there. So I would really recommend printing this. So again, guys, if this is seeming like too much work for you or it is overwhelming, please don't forget that I offer private QuickBooks coaching calls. They can vary from 1 to 2 hours. We do it via Zoom like this, and you get a recording at the end. So sometimes this is just a little too much, and or you're afraid you're going to mess it up. So we could do this together on a coaching call. All right. So now here we are in the bank transactions. So I'm going to warn you, but if you have to post an entire year's worth of books, I think you should use automated add transaction feature to load this whole thing. So I have a bunch of transactions in here that are for an entire year. So this is showing how to deal with things in like a yearly basis, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to click into one of these. I'm going to have to turn on put on my glasses now. Let's see. Now, I don't want to use what QuickBooks is doing. We don't want them to be thinking for us, okay? So the transaction type is Categorize. I do not believe in matching. So I wish I hadn't. This is like so new to me. This is a totally new look. So the transaction type. Why is it saying that? Just ignore that, because we don't ever use any of these 3 things. That is so bad. Okay, so it noticed that we have Aetna and that we have an Aetna insurance income. So it picked that. So very cool. Now we're going to say Aetna. Okay, we're not doing a product and service. Ignore that. That has to do with invoicing. Okay, so I'm going to say no, go away. Maybe that'll. So now we have decided that this deposit, we are categorizing it because that is what's clicked. It's from Aetna. We have Aetna insurance income from or to would be a vendor name. We have picked this as our default. See, if I change this, that'll change it over here. But I'm going to say create a rule. And I'm going to call this Aetna. Money in, I always choose all bank accounts, because if you get a new bank account and you specifically had one picked, and you get a new one, you'll have to fix all your rules. I drop this down to bank text. I'm double checking it one last time. This is horrible. I don't know why they have this. Replace bank memo. Always clear that out. Auto add. So now click save. Now, if you want, I have a very specific guide on my rules that we use at my firm. So if that's something you're interested in, just shoot me an email at hello@Madison Avenue Bookkeeping. It'll be in the description, and we will mail you a laminated copy of the do's and don'ts. You'll just have to send an email and your mailing address. Okay, so I want to show you what just happened. I'm going to go reports. I just want you to see what we did by creating that one rule regarding Aetna. I'm going to hit profit and loss, and we'll keep this open and keep looking at it. I'm going to display it by months. And look, Now all of our Aetna has been posted. Apparently we don't have any in December. Or maybe, let's see. So look how all that was done. 12 months of deposits were done in one thing. Okay, so now we're going to go back. I'm just going to click this refresh button is critical. And we may find that we missed a vendor or we missed a customer. So I'm going to do a couple more and then I will do the rest of this by myself and I will then show you the next step. So this is a deposit. It again picked the Cigna health insurance. We just have to go here and pick Cigna, ignore product and service, create your rule. I like bank text better. It picks them up better. So I always change that. This replace bank memo, you don't want to ever do that because if you make a bad rule and you have Sunoco and you made it link with Cigna, you'll never know because you won't have your true transaction detail. You know, when you look at the credit card statement or bank statement, it has very detailed like numbers at the end. You're going to lose all of that. So this is bad. Hit clear, hit save. Okay. So I'm going to go and post the rest of the deposits and then I will come back and we will do expenses. Okay, so now all of the deposits rules have been created and they have been added. So if we go back here and click refresh, that little updated circular thing. Okay, so now I have imported the deposits for an entire year. And I did this very quickly because of that auto add. Now, let me warn you though, auto add is wonderful until it isn't wonderful. And that means if your bank disconnects and you choose the wrong date for it to have its connection reestablished, then you get double entries. So just keep that in mind that auto add is wonderful until it breaks and you will have to go turn off your auto add pieces in your rules or you would have double entry. So that is where it does get tough. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the rules for expenses. It's very similar, but I want to show you what that looks like. And look, some of my rules didn't work. So I will fix those later. Let's just go to some expenses. Okay. So expense, pay to from Con Edison, utilities. That's great. We're going to name it. I'm going to say bank text. I'm going to clear out the memo. I'm going to leave the auto add. You also have to just give it a little bit of time. Now, I don't think we made Google. So here's the instance where we're in our bank feed. We have most of the things, and now there's something new. So like this is Google Ads versus G Suite would be different. So here I would say Google Ads. Account advertising and promotion is perfect. Now, if this is getting to be too much, don't forget I do offer QuickBooks coaching calls via Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to go and post the rest of this, and then I will see you in the next section.